Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to learn automate infrastructure with Terraform and GitHub Actions. Let's discuss the diagram. First, we create a Terraform configurations file for EKS cluster and push the configuration file into GitHub, and also configure GitHub Actions workflow so that whenever we push the Terraform configurations file into GitHub, the GitHub Actions automatically triggered and it will create a EKS cluster on Amazon. And later we will automate application deployment using GitOps ArgoCD. Earlier we create a EKS cluster. On this EKS cluster, we will install a ArgoCD. Okay, and configure the ArgoCD. I will configure the ArgoCD to the application repository. Whenever the application repository is updated, it automatically deployed the application into EKS cluster. Okay, two things I will create. One is two things you can follow the step by step guideline. It is located in my GitHub repo. Okay, first we will create two repository. One is application automate infrastructure repository, another is application repository. Okay, one is infrastructure repository and another is application repository. Infrastructure repository where Terraform configurations file will be located. Okay, this is the Terraform infrastructure repository on GitHub, and configure the GitHub actions. Whenever push the Terraform configuration file into GitHub, it automatically create a EKS cluster on AWS. After creating the EKS cluster on AWS, we will install ArgoCD on EKS and configure the ArgoCD so that application is deployed on EKS cluster by automation. Okay, let's get started. First, go through the step by step guideline. It is located in this repository. Okay, I have already two things. Create a infrastructure repository, that is I have already created. This is the infrastructure repository. Okay, you can create a new. Okay, then go to the code and click on copy. Then I will go into my Ubuntu machine. Okay, this is my dev environment. This is my I have installed the Ubuntu machine on VirtualBox. Okay, just first I have first create the infrastructure repository on GitHub. Sorry, repository on GitHub. It is for Terraform configurations. Okay, I have already created a GitHub application infrastructure repository on my GitHub. Okay, I have already created. Then copy the clone the repository infrastructure repository. Okay, for this I will open my Ubuntu machine, then open the terminal and zoom in. Just press git clone Ctrl Shift V and hit enter. It is cloning the infrastructure repo, cd the infrastructure repo and hit enter. Open the VS Code editor. You can open any editor as your wish. Okay. Here I am going to create a Terraform configurations for EKS setup. I will create a Terraform configurations for EKS cluster. To create a EKS cluster, how to create Terraform configurations? Here you can see the code. I will taken it from the Terraform official website. Okay. First create a main.tf file. Copy and then open the repository and create a file and main.tf and hit enter. Here you just copy the code. Here what we have done, here I have created a VPC, an internet gateway, route table and route table association for the subnet. I have created the 3 subnet, that is AP South 1, AP South 1A, 1B and 1C. And I have used a EKS module to create a EKS cluster. And EKS version is 1.31. I can create this. Okay. You can copy it. Where you can copy it? This is the main.tf. Just copy the Terraform configuration TF file and go to the repository and paste it. Okay. Here you can change according to your need. I have changed my, this is the EK, I name it EKS cluster. Okay. The Control S, save it. Then we have to create another file provider. Copy, go to the infrastructure repository, create a file provider.tf and hit enter. Here you just copy the provider. This is the AWS provider, and provider I have used AP South 1. Just copy it and paste. Provider is created, Control S. Okay, then I am going to create backend. Why? I will keep my Terraform state file into the remote backend, that is S3 backend for state management. Okay, then go to the backend.tf, copy and go to the infrastructure repo for create a file, Control V and hit enter. Then go to the this, copy and Control V paste. Then got it. Here you have to create a bucket on AWS S3 bucket on. I have named it this. To create a bucket, go to the AWS console and then go to the S3. Then go to the bucket, then create bucket. I have already created, that is mir hyphen terraform hyphen s3 hyphen bucket. I have already created bucket, that name is this is. You can go. Okay, that's why I have put my bucket name mir hyphen terraform dot s3 hyphen bucket. Here key, I have used key hyphen slash terraform dot tf state. You can use any key according to your name, according to any as you wish. Okay, I have used region AP South 1. Okay, I have used AP South 1. Okay, first you have to create the bucket and then you can put the bucket name and key for backend Terraform state. Okay, then go to the, okay, this is the Terraform configurations done. This is the Terraform configurations for or to create a EKS cluster. One is main TF file. Here VPC is created and on that VPC we will create a EKS cluster, that is 1.31 version and cluster name is EKS cluster. I have get this code from Terraform website. You can see the Terraform Terraform EKS module. Hit enter, click on here. You can see the code. Go to the down here. You can see module EKS, that is the version. Just I have copied these things and paste it here. Paste it here. But I have changed the VPC according to my need. That's why I have changed subnet IDs. This is here you can see the subnet this form. Okay, okay, that's why this I have changed this according to my need. You can change also. And here I have used the EKS manage node to name it green, and I have used this AMI and minimum EKS cluster 1, maximum 1, desired 1. I have changed this. Okay, and provider I have used AP South 1. Okay, then go to the console terminal and here you just update the here you just add the git init or status, status. You can see this file is added. Here you use the git add dot all for all. Then you can push git commit 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 -m, set a message Terraform config for EKS. Then hit enter. All the files is updated. Then push the code into the GitHub repo, where here I have pushed my code here in this repo. That's why I have to then push the git push and hit enter. Okay. Then you go to the repository, GitHub repository, and refresh the page. You can see all the files is uploaded into the infrastructure repository. Okay. If you want to learn the Git and GitHub, here in my channel, I have created a dedicated video on this Git and GitHub for absolute beginners. You can check it out. Okay. Okay. This repository is updated for EKS cluster. Okay. Then I have to configure the GitHub secrets. Okay, GitHub secrets. To add the AWS access key, we need a AWS access key and AWS secret key. Why this is need? It is required for to create a EKS cluster on AWS. For this, you have to create a access key ID and secret access key ID. Where you have to create? Then go to the console and go to the I am section. Then wait a little bit. Then go to the users. Here Cloud DevOps is my user. Then go to the security credential. Then go to the create access key. Here I have already created 2 access key, that's why it is inactive. First you have to delete the one key, and then you can create the access key. Okay, it is very easy, you can create. After creating it, the access key and secret access key, then you have to configure it. To configure, first go to the settings. This is the application infrastructure repo where your Terraform configuration is located. Then click on settings. Okay. Then go to the secret and variable section. Then go to the actions. Click actions. Then I have already updated. Then click on new repository secret. You can add this. AWS access key ID I have already added, and AWS secret access key I have already added. You can add by using this first here. Okay, I have one thing I will add one thing. You can learn it from here also. For this, go to duplicate it, duplicate the tab, then go to the infrastructure repo. Here you can see the GitHub Actions file. This is done. Here you can see this AWS Access Key ID, AWS Secret Access Key ID. These things are required for to run the GitHub Actions workflow. Okay. I have added one key, AWS region. Copy, go to the this paste. Okay. Then AWS region. I have used AWS region. This is region. In my case, AP South 1. Copy and paste it here and add secret. In this way, you can add AWS Access Key ID, Secret Access Key ID, AWS region. I have to create one. I have to delete first previous one. For this, AWS Secret Access Key, I have to delete it. Okay, I have add this. You add this. I have to open my. I have to create a new one. For this, first delete. In my case, it is deactivated. I have to deactivate first. Then copy, paste. Oh, sorry. Then delete. Okay, delete. To create the access key and secret key access key, create access key. So online CLI, understand, next. Terraform, Terraform access. Create. It is created. Just copy the. You can download the in a CSV file. Open it to go to the new repository sections. Here you can add just two things. This is AWS Access Key ID. Copy and go to the secret section. Control V. Okay. Then copy the access key ID. Control C and paste it here and add secret. Another you have to add, that is go to the AWS secret key, copy, go to the this, Control V and paste the access key, secret access key. Control C, copy and paste it here and add secret. Okay, this is done. Configure GitHub secrets is done. This is a Terraform configuration is created and pushes to the GitHub repository. It is also done. This is done. Then you have to create a GitHub Actions workflow. For this, created this. Control C, go to the repository and add files. Create a new and Control V. Sorry, here. This is not. Here, Control V. This is the workflow file structure. .github/workflows. Terraform.yaml or anything you can name it, any name you can. Here you can push the this GitHub action. You can find the GitHub Actions workflow configurations. This is the workflow YAML file. Copy it, just copy the code. Copy the code, copy the code and paste it here. Okay, here you can see that this is the workflow Terraform CI/CD pipeline configurations. This is the whenever we push the code in this repository in the main branch, it triggers the CI/CD pipeline and it runs on Ubuntu machine. It is loaded the Terraform version this and uses this access key and secret key, AWS access key and secret key. It will create EKS cluster on AWS by using this command. First it Terraform init, then plan and then apply. Terraform apply -- auto approve. Then go to the commit changes. You can see this is done. Terraform configuration is done and push the code into the GitHub. It is also done. And now GitHub Actions workflow is creating. Here you can see this is the GitHub Actions workflow. Whenever we push the commit the changes, it will automatically create a EKS cluster on AWS. Okay, I will see you. Okay, then commit changes and clear commit changes. Okay, then go to the repository. You can see pending, that means CI/CD pipeline is triggered. Okay, then go to the actions, create Terraform. Okay, you can see also, click here and apply Terraform here, click here. You can see the job is running. That means it will create a EKS cluster on AWS. We'll see you. So you see it. Then go to the EKS. Click on EKS. Elastic Kubernetes Service. Okay, you can see first set up the code, check out the code, then set up the Terraform, configure the AWS, configure it is running, Terraform init is running, then Terraform plan is running, step by step is created. Okay, then it is applying the Terraform. 44 resource will be added into the AWS. Okay, 44 added, it is done. Very fine. This is the already all the post configuration AWS is still creating. This is still creating. You can see, you can watch this here. Here you can see, refresh the page, EKS cluster. There is no EKS cluster. Okay, you have to wait. It takes time to create EKS cluster. Okay, I have to watch this section. It is creating. That means EKS cluster is creating. You have to wait. Okay, and refresh it. You can see the name. This is the name EKS class. You can remember that I have named the cluster name EKS hyphen cluster, and that is the version 1.31. It is creating. Okay, you have to wait. It takes time to create EKS cluster. By the way, you can watch. I have already created several videos on DevOps and clouds. You can watch here. One is, first you have to know the EKS cluster by using console. Watch this video. Create a secure Kubernetes cluster on AWS EKS. If you know the create a EKS cluster by using console, then only you can understand the creation of EKS cluster by using Terraform and GitHub Actions. I highly recommend you to watch this video. It is important. You have to know this. Then I will highly recommend the another video, that is GitLab CI pipeline project. Here I have shown the how to create a containerized application on a and push the application on GitHub. That container is, I will run that container into using ArgoCD. Okay, I will show you. First, I have to create a EKS cluster, and you can watch, you can go through my step-by-step guide here. Okay, I have created this infrastructure repository is created, done. GitHub secrets is done. Terraform configuration for EKS cluster is done. Okay, all the things I have committed and pushed the code into GitHub, and workflow is ready. Okay, then after completing the EKS cluster, it takes time. You have to wait. In the meantime, I pause the video. Whenever it complete the EKS cluster, I will come back again. It is still creating the EKS cluster, and it takes time already. Time gone 4 minutes 30 seconds. And in the meantime, you can refresh the page on EKS, AWS EKS. It is still creating. It is still creating. And you can also watch the EC2. It will name green. EC2 also node. That node group name is, it will not create right now. After creating the EKS cluster, then it will create a node. Where I have mentioned it, here I have mentioned this is the M5X large instance type. Manage EKS manage node group. I will create one. You can change it according to your need. Okay. You can see this is the GitHub Actions. In this way, you can automate it. You can automate the EKS cluster creation, automate infrastructure for EKS cluster by using Terraform and GitHub Actions. If you think that it should I should change the 2, it is 2. If you go to the repository sections, infrastructure repository, later you wish that the node group will be 2, then go to the main.tf and change the maximum size, it will 2. Whenever you commit the changes, it will automatically run the GitHub Actions and create a EKS cluster, and updated will be shown. Okay, it is still creating. It is already 7 minutes 20 seconds elapsed. Okay, you have to wait it, and you can go through my step-by-step documentation for this whole is. It is a GitOps ArgoCD implementation. Automate your infrastructure by using Terraform and GitHub Actions, and automate the application deployment on EKS cluster by using ArgoCD. This is the structure. This is the structure. EKS cluster, it is created. Okay, I will show you. Please watch the video till the end. If you like this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe it. Okay, it is also creating, and you can go to the EKS cluster section and refresh the page. You can see it is still creating. Okay, in the meantime, you can watch my other video, that is the EKS Kubernetes cluster GitLab CI pipeline project. This video is very awesome. You can create a portfolio or documentation website with GitHub pages and automate it also. You can learn the Git and GitHub for absolute beginners. If you have any idea or any comment, you can comment in the comment section. I love to hear your words. Okay, it is also right now, it is also creating. You have to, it is 10, it is now creating. Module EKS cluster is creating. Here you can see all the information is displaying, still creating. Node group is creating. That means EKS cluster is already created. You can refresh it, active. That means EKS cluster is created. You can see the node group where go to the EC2 sections, and here you can see the node group. That is, it is right now, it is not created, but you have to wait it. It is still node group is green. Node group name is green. I have named it green. EKS node group. Okay. It is very interesting project. Watch the video till the end. You will learn a lot. Okay, it is creating. Go to the AWS section. You can see node group is created and that name is green. It is running. Okay, then you can see the message also. It is right now. Refresh. EKS cluster and node group is created. Okay, it message. I have to wait it. Then what can I do? What it is done? Then to access the first to install the ArgoCD on EKS cluster. To access the EKS cluster. To access the EKS cluster, three things is required in local machine. What? Number one, you have to install Terraform. You have to install AWS CLI. AWS kubectl on it only. You have to install kubectl and AWS CLI and Terraform CLI. You can install it. Terraform CLI. You have to install it. Where you have to install it? Install it on your local machine here. Here in my case, it is a Ubuntu machine. I want to access this. Control L. This. I want to access the EKS cluster. This I want to access this EKS cluster from my laptop. That means you have to. This is my laptop, and this is the AWS EKS. This is the EKS, and this is my laptop. LAPTOP. Here you have to install the kubectl. How to install the kubectl on your PC or laptop? Just to install the kubectl, you can go to my repository and you can see this, and you can go Terraform install.sh. Here you can install Terraform, install kubectl instruction, install AWS CLI. Here you can find all the commands to install all the things, these things. kubectl, AWS CLI and Terra. I have already installed the kubectl on my, this is the diagram, this is the on my laptop. Just go to the Ubuntu machine. This is in my case, this is the Ubuntu machine, and here I have already installed the kubectl. You can check it by using this command, kubectl version. Okay, you can see this is the client version 1.31. Okay, then you have to go to the documentation section. First, you have to update the kubectl. Copy this section, go to the Ubuntu machine and paste it here. Here you can change the cluster name. In my case, sorry, this is in my case, it is EKS cluster. Cluster name is EKS cluster, and reason I have used AP South1. It is already written, and then hit enter. An error occurred. Okay, you have to wait it. I have to debug it. I have to configure the AWS CLI here. AWS configure, AWS configure, and hit enter. Add the access key. I have already created this access key. Copy and go to the here, paste and hit enter. Secret access key. I have this. Copy and paste it here and hit enter. AP South1 default region this. This is the default format. Okay. Then you have to update this. Hit enter. Okay. You can see the updated context is done. That means you can connect the EKS cluster by using kubectl, and it is connected. Then I am going to the next step, that is I am going to automate the application deployment by using GitOps ArgoCD. For this, I have to install the ArgoCD on EKS cluster. Go to the documentation section, and here you can see the cluster info also. Check the cluster, copy it and paste it here and hit enter. Here you can see the one error is shown, that is unhandled error. I have to fix it. To fix the error, go to the cluster, EKS cluster section here and click on, you can refresh it. Click on EKS cluster. Then here, then go to the access section. Here you can create a access entry. Okay. Then here you can choose the your I am user. Here in my case, this is the cloud DevOps. This is my username. And here first choose the I am. Here in my case, this is the I am. Choose. Then go to the type the standard and go to the next and choose the policy. Here you can choose Amazon EKS admin policy. This is the fine, and then click on next and then click on create. Okay. One you can see access entries, Sorry, you have to go to the edit section. Then go to click on add access entry. Select the EKS admin class, EKS policy, add access policy. Okay, you can see the Amazon EKS admin policy is added. Another policy we have to add. Select EKS admin, EKS cluster admin policy and add access. Okay, two policies added. Okay, then go to the terminal, clear the screen, and here you can put the kubectl cluster info and hit enter. You will see the configuration cluster info is displayed. Your bug is fixed. Okay, cluster info is fixed. Cluster info is displayed. And then go to the, you can see the nodes information also by using this command. Paste and hit enter. You can see this is my EKS manage node. That is the, this is the node information. Okay, node version 1.31. Okay, then first part is done. That means infrastructure is created, EKS cluster is created by using Terraform and GitHub Actions. Okay, then second part, ArgoCD, GitOps ArgoCD implementation. First, I have to install the ArgoCD on EKS cluster. To install the ArgoCD on EKS cluster, go to the this command. First, create a namespace, named the ArgoCD. Go to the this and paste and hit enter. Okay, namespace ArgoCD is created. Then copy the next command. It will create, install the ArgoCD and hit enter. It takes time to install the ArgoCD, all the namespace. It is creating or installing the ArgoCD on the EKS cluster. Okay, it is done. Control L, clear the screen. Then ArgoCD service type load balancer, you have to choose it. Copy it and paste here. Sorry. Control Shift V. Sorry. You have to paste and go to the home section and backspace. Okay, and then hit enter. Load balancer is created. Service load balancer is created. Okay, then go to the this. Okay, to open the ArgoCD UI, you have to generate the initial password. For this, use this command and paste it here. Very simple and easy. Just follow the guideline step by step. This is the password. To open the To open the ArgoCD user interface, just to open the Firefox, any browser you can open. In my case, this is the Firefox, and just you can use to retrieve the IP of this ArgoCD. First, execute this command. Okay, paste and hit enter. Okay, you can see this is the external IP. Just copy the whole, sorry, copy, sorry, copy the whole link, copy and go to the browser and paste it here and hit enter. This it will show as it is not the secured, it is shows the not secured, that's it warning message is shows. Then go to the advanced section and accept the risk. Okay, ArgoCD user interface is displayed. Okay, very fantastic. Then to log in the ArgoCD, put the admin and password. I have already generated the password here. This is the password. Copy the password here and go to the user interface. Here you can name username is admin and password, paste the password I have already copied and hit enter or sign in. Okay, not now. ArgoCD, I have logged into the ArgoCD section. Just I have installed the ArgoCD on EKS cluster. Then I have to configure it. I have here you can write first install ArgoCD on EKS. It is done. Okay. Then configure it. Next step is configure configure ArgoCD. Why configure? To configure the configure ArgoCD so that it watches the, you can see it watches the application repository. Here you can see it is, say for example, you can create a application repository on GitHub, app repo, and this is the GitHub. GitHub, you can create a app repo. Okay. And here you install the ArgoCD. ArgoCD. ArgoCD watches the application repo Whenever application push the application code into the application repository, it deployed the application in EKS cluster. Okay, I will show you. Just configure the ArgoCD. Okay, first go to the settings, user info. First go to user info, then update password. You have to current password. You have to paste it here, and new password. And save new password. So current password is not. You have to go to this section, copy it. Copy and paste it here and save. Okay, you saved. Password is generated. Okay, log out and again log in. By using new password. Okay, then go to the setting, then go to the repository section and connect repo. Before that, you have to create a application repo on GitHub. For this, go to the GitHub sections and go to the and create a new repo for application repo. You can see I have already mentioned, that is the create a application repository. Then to create a application repository, I have named it app-repo. Application repo, where your application manifest files are located. Okay, just create a Adobe repo file and go to the create a repo. Your app repo is created. Okay, then you have to copy the repository URL. Copy and go to the GitHub ArgoCD section, connect repo, and you have to put the HTTPS or SSH. Okay, you can also use the HTTPS also. Git repository URL. This is the paste. This is the repo. Here HTTPS, you can copy the HTTPS sections also. Go to the repo, app repo, and this copy here and paste it over. Okay, this password, as this repository is open repository, there is no need to username or password, and then save credential template or save connect. Okay, Then go to the application section. Okay, and create application. Application name. This is a Go app. I will display the Go app. Okay. Project name default. This is the automatic, prune and self heal, auto create name. Okay. Then repository URL. This is the head. Path. Your repository path. Then go to the repository sections, app repo. Here you can create a manifest repo for the application. Okay, you can create add file, new file. Here manifests and here go to create a manifests Kubernetes deployment manifest YAML file. First go to my repository. Okay, this is another file. I have to open it. Okay, DevOps tutorial. Go to the Kubernetes sections. Kubernetes. Here you can find this is the Go application. Copy and go to the section. Go deployment dot YAML, and here you can paste the YAML file. Here you can name it Go. It is not a broad game. Go app. Okay. Anyway, just name what in a name. I have used this image and it is created. This image is created. I have used this image is created by using GitLab CI. I have shown earlier. I have created a GitLab CI pipeline where I have shown how to create a GitLab CI pipeline, and this pipeline generate a containerized application, and it is pushed to the GitHub. Okay, and it is pushed to the GitHub. Git content Docker Hub. Sorry, Docker Hub. Go to the Docker Hub sections. Sign in the Docker Hub. I have used this image. Just continue, paste. Wait a little bit. Go to the demo app. You can see with one Golang app. You can see sorry, go to display section. This rather than Golang app. And version I have used 0.0.1. Okay. Okay. Then this image is I have used. Okay. Then go to the commit section. Commit. As soon as I committed the application repo, ArgoCD watch the repository and install the application on EKS cluster. It will create the application on EKS. EKS. Okay. Okay. You can see the application repo. Go to the ArgoCD sections. Oh, sorry. You have to push the path manifest path here. You can see the manifest here. Manifest. Copy and path is manifest. Okay. Cluster URL. This is a namespace. Go app. Okay, you can choose how to create names. Okay, this is the configuration. This is the ArgoCD configuration. Okay, then you have to create. Okay, it is automatically sync the repository. You can see this is the processing. It is healthy. Okay, click on this. You can see this is the repo information containerized. It is deployed on the ArgoCD, and go to the service section and details. Here you can see the host name. You can access the application by using this. Copy it and go to the new, paste here and hit enter. Here it shows the not found. Why? Because the root location is not mentioned. Here I have used the ping. Now here you can see the hello. You can see, sorry, you can see the message hello world. Okay, that means your application is successfully deployed on EKS cluster. Okay, you can see this is the, you can also use ping. I am use this route or not. I didn't. Pong, this you can see the Pong message is displayed, and if you change the hello route, it is shows the hello word. That means your application is successfully deployed an EKS cluster, and you can access the application through the browser. Okay. Two things is done. One is automate the infrastructure creation using Terraform and GitHub Actions, and another deploy the application on EKS cluster, and it automates by using ArgoCD. It is also done. Okay, you can go to the cluster section. You can refresh it, and you can click here. You can see the all the information for the cluster. This is the resource. This is the okay. 21 minutes ago it is deployed. All the information. This is the deployment. Okay. Nodes. You can see the nodes information. That is the okay. All the information you will get from here. You can go to the EC2 sections. You can see the one node is running, that is green. Okay. In this way, it is a in this way you can automate the application repo, infrastructure, and also automate the deployment of application. Okay. If you like this video, please like it, share it, and if you have any comment, please comment in the comment section. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Hello. How to destroy the cluster, EKS cluster, I will show you. Automate. You can automate the destroy section also. First go to the to destroy the EKS cluster, go to the infrastructure repo, then go to the workflows, and then go to the workflow name. Here you can just edit the file. Here you can update this command stroy destroy, and here you can just stroy, you can add this, then it is the infrastructure repo. Okay, then this just change this section. Okay, then go to the commit changes. As soon as I commit the changes, it will automatically destroy the EKS cluster. Okay, I will show you. Just commit changes, then go to the action section. It triggers the CI/CD pipeline. Click on here. You will see it is automatically destroying the EKS cluster, and you can watch the EKS cluster section. It will destroying just this is it is automatically triggers the pipeline. It is first initialize the all the things planning, and it is destroying the EKS cluster. Terraform destroying the EKS cluster. and this is the command. Okay, it takes time. It also takes time to destroy the EKS cluster. Okay, and the message shows all the items has been destroyed. In this way, you can destroy the EKS cluster and by automating. Don't forget to destroy the EKS cluster because it will generate your cost. Okay, it generates make sure you destroyed the EKS cluster and shows the watch the message. Okay, then you can close. You can also confirm here by using it is active. That means it is takes time to destroying the EKS cluster. It also takes time. In this way, you can also destroy the EKS cluster by using Terraform. Okay. If you like the video, please like it, share it, and subscribe. If you have any comment, please comment in the comment section. Thank you.